Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick video on this new iPhone I got. This is the iPhone 5C. I got this from my friend Manley, who got it from my friend Tyler. And yeah, here it is. I traded my Lenovo ThinkPad X201 for it. So, I never really used that laptop anyway, and I kind of wanted this phone just because, why not? So I got it. Here it is. The iPhone 5C, a completely very jarring design departure for iPhones. This thing is made out of completely polycarbonate and glass on the front, obviously, but it's really interesting to see an iPhone that's made out of plastic, because historically all iPhones have been metal like this, as you can see, aluminum. So yeah, but yeah, overall, as far as the feel goes, it feels pretty nice, especially for a plastic phone. Now, ordinarily you would think that phones made of completely out of plastic are really cheap and nasty feeling. Samsung. But this phone actually feels still pretty hefty in the hand, and that is because it is pretty darn thick. It's even thicker than the 5 and 5S, I believe. I'm not exactly sure how thick this phone is, but it's a noticeable amount thicker than the iPhone 6. So it's a little bit thicker. Anyway, moving on, the overall feel for a plastic phone, it definitely feels pretty nice. And it is more durable. As you can see, this phone has been dropped in a previous life, and I don't think the screen cracked. So, yeah, not bad. It does seem a little more durable. This polycarbonate, I'm seeing a few blemishes. It is kind of got a few scuffs on it, but overall, for being plastic and highly polished, it is held up pretty well. And yeah, as far as the build quality goes, I don't have any complaints, except one thing. You can really kind of tell that this is a plastic phone, because you can see, I'm not sure if I can get that, but the camera is, there's a gap on the bottom there around the camera flash. But other than that, that's a minor complaint. So yeah, for being plastic, build quality is pretty good. And then of course, this is one thing that I am really glad that Apple got rid of. The little square icon on the iPhone on the home button is now gone, which I like, because as you can see, this home button is crooked, and you can see if I turn it with my finger, I can turn it the other way, and yeah, I just don't like that. Looks kind of bleh, but iPhones before had that problem anyway. Moving on, let's go ahead and just check out the software real quick. Obviously it's running iOS 8.1.2, I believe. Yeah, that's the latest. So yeah, going back to a 4-inch phone is kind of jarring, but then again, I have small hands. So one thing I cannot do with my iPhone 6 is I can't reach the top of the screen. As you can see, without shifting my grip, I cannot reach the top of the screen. I have to actually shift my grip like this to get to the top. And so, yeah, that's inconvenient. Whereas with the 5C, I can easily reach the top. It's no sweat. So, it's one thing I kind of found interesting. But yeah, so one-handed use, definitely better than the iPhone 6, but I still prefer the iPhone 6 size, just because using it overall is much better. But anyway, what am I going to use this phone for? Well, this phone is for Verizon, but it is completely unlocked, so I can use it on any carrier I want, pretty much. So I'm going to use this as a backup phone in case something happens to my 6, or I don't know. I'm just going to use it as a backup phone. So I have a pretty comparable backup phone here. And then of course, as some of you will know, I only have 16 gigabytes of storage on the iPhone 6, and if I load it up with all my crap, I would be kind of running low on space. So, in the effort of keeping the space plentiful on that phone, I put my big game, Real Racing 3, and then as well as iMovie, which is a pretty big program, and especially when you render video with it, the app grows in size. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to load this up with all the stuff that takes up a lot of space, and then I'll just use this whenever I feel like playing those games. Because, I mean, Real Racing 3, yeah, that's a cool game, but I didn't really play it that much. on my 6, and I would rather have that space be available for recording a longer 1080p 60 FPS YouTube video, or storing more photos, or that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what I plan on using this phone for. So there you go, that was just a little overview on the iPhone 5C. I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys later.